We're going to push around a little bit, and you did. What was that last lap like?
So close, you know, it's frustrating. You can come across the line, you're looking at it, you're like, oh, am I going to get it or not? Yeah, right here, watch our replay. I did everything I possibly can. You know, I run off the racetrack pretty hard there, and did everything besides wrecking on my chest. So, what an awesome day for JGR. You know, once you finish like that, being that close, just, man, I really wish I was one in victory lane right now, and not sitting over here in second by 3 inches. So, guys did a good job. You know, that pit call at the end was to get track position. I think it was the right call. Just when Kyle had the fresh tires, he was able to pass me there, and then once our tires equaled out, I was a little bit faster than him, and I was able to catch him through the lap traffic, and then I can get underneath him. My car in 1 and 2 was unbelievable. I can pass everyone over there. I just wasn't really good through 3 and 4, so I knew I had one shot at it, and I got underneath him enough, and just came up that much short. So it stinks, but you know, it's awesome for a GameStop car today. We had a good car. It's just a bummer when you're that close. It's hard. It's a little frustrating. That's all.
Sure was exciting for all of us to watch. And Nicole, I was just told by NASCAR that is the closest finish at Bristol in the Nationwide Series.
It's certainly fitting that Kyle Busch was able to win that race in that style with this sort of history behind it. His 7th win of the season, his 50th in Series. Motorsports race coverage from Bristol in just a second.
Well, Marty, that was after an early pit road speeding penalty. Track position was gone for Carl. Then how did you make your way back up?
We had a really fast race car. We had 3 fast in all cars tonight, so I have to say thank you to them. And yeah, I sped on pit road, we went back to the back, got all the way back up there. I thought we really had a shot at it there at the end. It really set me back. I raced LEFFLER for 30 laps at a time each time we got to him, so that's kind of kept me from having a shot at those leaders at the end. But even then, you know, watching those 2 guys come to the finish, I thought, man, anything can happen here, you know. So I was digging to the end. I just really wanted to get a win for Fastenal here. This is a fun race. I learned a bunch for tomorrow night, so it's a good night overall.
You know, it's funny because we were talking about you racing the 30. One of the things was that you had 4 fresh tires. He was on old rubber. Talk about the fact that that really didn't have a big difference.
Yeah, it didn't make that big of a difference, especially where he was running. When he ran up against the fence, it's very, very hard to get by him. And you can do that here now with the line being that wide. So, you know, I'm frustrated with him right now, but, you know, it's hard racing, and you know, I'm just glad we made it to the end and made up those spots that I cost us on pit road. So overall, a really good night, but man, I want to win this race.
Good finish, and of course, he wanted more. Dr. Punch?
Thank you, Dave. And when the night began for Elliot Sadler, it was all about patience and points, and Elliot did well in both those areas.
We did good. Our car was really good. Our one main financial Chevrolet car was good all night. We ran in the top 5 all night. Just that last pit stop, what do? You try to keep track position? Do you come down pit road and maybe get a penalty, or maybe get back in traffic and get in a wreck? And so we played the safe card and stayed out. Might have cost us 2 or 3 positions, but we did what we wanted to do coming here to Bristol, and that's gain some points, keep our car in one piece, and then head to Atlanta.
Final couple laps, it got a little rough out there with you. I heard you and the 88 were doing some body slamming.
Yeah, the 88 run me really high off a turn 2. I mean, almost up in the wall, and I had to check up, and that cost me a few positions. And then me and the 30 and the 62 and 22 all had a good race there to the checker flag. It was really hard to pass tonight. Same thing it was in the trucks. With this tire, you just don't lose a lot of momentum through the center of the corner. And if you're on the bottom, you get too loose off, and you lose our momentum. Track position was very, very important. So we played that card all night, stayed out of trouble. And 8th place is not what we wanted to do when we come here. We wanted to win, but we gained some points on the guys who are racing. And at the end of the day, that's all you can ask for.
In the big picture, he did. He gained 3 points tonight, now just 5 out of the lead. Let's go to Dave Burns.
Clint Bowyer finished 3rd today, and Clint, Kyle said he thought you were going to be the one that he'd have to race to the finish line. Do you feel that way too?
Yeah, I did, but you know, I was worried when I was 5th, you know, on that restart. He was on the outside. He's got such a good jump on me and got out there, and I don't know if it was on the splitter or it took time for the air pressure or both. It just took like 15, 20 laps for my car to get in, and then I started running them down a little bit, and they were on to my bottom line that I was running. But it was a good race. You know, we had a lot of fun. Thank you to Ream and all the folks for giving me this opportunity. Last time I was in this car, I destroyed the car at Dover, so at least we had a good solid night, but it wasn't what we wanted.
This is much, much better. Real quick, what do you think about Kyle now winning the 50? He takes the lead in all-time nationwide wins. That's pretty cool.
I'm not happy about it. I wanted to win this thing, but it is really cool. That's a hell of an accomplishment for a kid 26 years old. The kid's good, you know, and that speaks for itself.
Thanks, Clint. Again, a third-place finish for the 33 today.
All right, thank you, Dave. As celebration down in Victory Lane continues, Joey Logano, Kyle Busch. It's the third time that they have started and finished 1-2. And there you see Joey taking a bitter pill. He knows how close it was. And as we mentioned, third time that started and finished in first and second. But here are the 1-2 finishes for this team, a total of 14 of them. And you can see who the winner has been. In the early going, 3 out of the first 4, it was Joey, actually 4 out of the first 5, but now the last 4 have been Kyle. All right, what a great night of racing. If tomorrow night's race is as good as this, it's going to come down to about this. What do you think?
Yeah, just great racing. I know a lot of people have different opinions of the track, but we saw exactly what can happen. We saw 2-3 wide racing, a lot of fun, and a finish like no other here at Bristol. So, you know, Kyle Busch shows he's the best in this series, and it was just a great event. Joey Logano, I'm telling you, he would have used up another driver more than he did Kyle Busch.
Well, I think Kyle did a really good job tonight. I don't think he had the best car. I think he really did a lot with what he had. They kind of adjusted on a few times, got it better, but he didn't have the winning car. He drove that car to that win off of turn 4. I mean, it was pretty impressive.
91,000th of a second. That's about that much. You saw how close it was. The celebration and the photos continue down in Victory Lane. We've got a lot more post-race coverage coming your way from here at the world's fastest half mile.
With our Jamie Little.
Well, Eric Almirola had a heck of a race tonight. Started 16th, battled your way back. You fought loose conditions, then tight to finish 5th. What does this say about this team and how well you guys have been running lately?
It just proves how hard everybody's been working at Junior Motorsports. We've turned our season around tremendously from the beginning of the year. 5 top 5s in the last 7 weeks. So really proud of everybody back at the shop. They've been bringing really fast race cars. Pops made a lot of good calls tonight to make our race car a lot better. It was fun. Our Degree Man Adrenaline Chevrolet was fast tonight. We just would start off not fast enough, and then it'd get better and better and better on the long run. So proud to be the highest nationwide finishing guy again, and proud of Nationwide Insurance. Thankful for what they do for our series, and just happy, man. I'm just so glad that even if we don't get to where we want to be in the championship standings, we're proving that we're contenders for this, especially going into next year. So getting our program turned around, running better at the end of this year, and getting all these top 5s and keep on doing this week in and week out will prove that we're a legitimate contender for next year, if nothing else.
And obviously the big news this week, Danica Patrick is going to be your full-time teammate next year. You'll have one driver in that other car as your teammate. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm excited to have her. She's a true asset to our team. You know, she brings a lot of different experience from the IndyCar stuff. It's fun to talk to her about that kind of stuff, and I'm kind of excited to almost kind of help her. You know, she's going to go to a lot of racetracks she's never been to, and you know, we're gonna do it together. And you know, that's the fun part of being about being part of Junior Motorsports is we're one big family. It proves it with all the guys that work at our shop and all the people on the team. So we're excited to have her, proud to have GoDaddy as a sponsor, and everybody that we got back coming on board next year, and proud to be a part of the Nationwide series.
All right, team player, he brings it home 5th tonight.
Well, Eric Almirola has finished 8th or better in 6 of the last 7 races, and it is showing for that team in the points. He's up 1 spot after tonight's race. He's now 4th.
Yeah, no, he's doing a fantastic job, but it just amazes me, Brad, how week after week the top 3s keep staying within 9-10 points. They just can't get away from each other. They're just locked together.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I'm concerned with those top 3, especially Ricky Stenhouse Jr. He needed a big night tonight to kind of separate himself. You better do something these next couple of weeks, or anything can happen at any time, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Anything can happen. It means no room for error.
Right.
We will continue with our post-race coverage from Bristol Motor Speedway in just a few seconds, so do not go anywhere. 7th in tonight's race. Doc?
Well, with his 6th straight top 10 finish at Bristol, Jason Leffler, what a night for you. Looked like you probably had a top 5 car there with about 30 laps to go.
Yeah, we definitely did. Eddie Pardue, the AccuDoc Chevy, was really good all night, really smooth. Got to thank Harry Scott for supporting us here. It's always fun to drive his car. We always run good. But yeah, we didn't pit, and you know, I think either way, if we did pit, we probably would have finished somewhere in the same area. So Eddie and the guys did a great job. It was a smooth race for us, and look forward to going to Atlanta next week. Great Clips 300.
Big picture, what's the mindset? I know some of the guys said that some of you guys may be out of the points. I think it's still within reach.
Well, I mean, you try to, you know, if you're out of the championship, you're just trying to get all the spots you can. You know, we're trying to get back to the top 5. We've had a lot of issues this year. I've had some good speed, but we just haven't had the finishes. So I think we're on track to do that. So just got to thank everybody back at Turner Motorsports and say hi to Charlie Dean back home.
Got to feel good to run this well. Nice job, buddy.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
7th place for Jason Leffler.
7th place for Leffler. He is now 91 points with the lead and still in 6th. Of course, the winner tonight was Kyle Busch. We'll have more to come from Bristol Motor Speedway in just a few minutes with a couple other guys who finished very well tonight. That's next.